welcome to your midweek motivation. What a week it has been. Man, there have been so many things that have gone on this week. All the different sporting events that are happening. Life is getting back into full swing. Here in the state of Minnesota, they just voted to reinstate volleyball and football. And so we're getting excited about that as my kids and my wife are participating in those activities. Wherever you may be, I bet you your slate is full of stuff. There's a lot of things going on. Which, have you thought about all the activities you're involved in? As life is getting back to normal in many regards, are we continuing to protect what it is that we've held on to so dearly? Or are we allowing everything just to sweep us back up into what it is that we've done for so long? One of the things for me coming out of COVID was the excitement to be with my family. In fact, for the first time in a really long time, I loved being a father. I loved being a husband. I loved being in my job. I loved every aspect of my life. At first, I hated all of it. In fact, it was terrible. It was awful. It was a super bad season. And yet by the end of it, I thoroughly enjoyed every aspect of it, which I don't know if I could ever say that in my whole life, that I loved every part of my life. And a big part of it was we'd protected our schedule. We were forced to. We had to do things a certain way. And now that we're getting back into normal, are we making sure we protect our schedule? Because see, the beauty of living in the nation that we do here in the United States is that we have the freedom to do pretty much whatever it is that we want. Freedom is a beautiful thing. But have you ever thought about the fact that we're not really as free as we think we are? Have you thought about the fact that we actually serve many things in our lives? See, we serve all sorts of different things. We serve our kids when we put them in sports activities. We serve sports when we throw ourselves into them when we don't need to at the level that we do. We serve our employers. We serve our spouses and our friends and our neighbors. And ultimately, we serve our government. There's all sorts of things that we serve in our culture, some willingly, some not so willingly. For many years, I served a corporate entity that I worked for. I gave my life to them. Now, I loved what I did. It was a job that I chose, but I gave more time than I really should have. For the last number of years, I've served in ministry, which I have chosen, which I love, and yet there's times where it takes things from me because I'm in servitude to it. My family, my friends, there have been times where I've given myself, what am I serving? What am I giving my time towards? What am I efforting towards? Should I be doing it? Well, as we've asked those questions in our culture, the answers have not been obvious. In fact, many people are fighting towards things and pushing towards things, and there's been a division in our culture because we're being told we need to serve this, we need to serve this, we need to serve these things. And then if we don't, watch out. So what is it that you're serving? Well, see, there was a time in the nation of Israel where it was extremely divided. In the day of Joshua, there were all these things that they were trying to serve. And Joshua calls the nation together and says, whoa, 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 whoa. You're being divided. You're being tore apart. You're being pushed and pulled in all these directions to serve something that you really need to analyze. What is it that you're going to serve? Well, last night, we had our first presidential debate. As we go into this election season, it reminded me of that. Who are we serving? And Joshua pulls the nations together and he says this, "Now fear the Lord and serve him with all faithfulness. Throw away the gods your ancestors worshiped beyond the Euphrates River and in Egypt, and serve the Lord. But if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose for yourselves this day whom you will serve, whether the gods your ancestors served beyond the Euphrates or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you are living. But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." I feel like we're being called to that again in our day. Choose you this day whom you will serve. Who will it be? Will it be the gods of this world? Will it be the gods of sports? Will it be the gods of politics? Or will it be the God, the creator of the universe, who has called us to be in relationship with him, who died on the cross for us? Jesus said, "I came to serve, not to be served." So today, choose whom you will serve. What gods are you going to go after? See, we still have the freedom in our culture to choose. And I challenge you to choose the God worth following. See, Jesus came to give of his life. He came to this earth. He came and said, I have come here to serve and not be served. And then he gave his life for us. There's nobody else that has ever done it the way that he has. And then he says, come follow me, and invites us into a relationship to do the same, where we then willingly give our lives for others the way that he gave his life for us. And that's what the Bible tells us is love. That God loved us so much that he sent his only son, that we then love others by giving of ourselves. Because love gives life. I don't see much life being given in this world today. We're getting our life taken from us as we serve these gods that aren't worthy of being followed. So let's give them up and truly follow after the one worth being served. Choose today who you will serve. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. And when we do, he promises he will do great things. So let's choose him and see what he does. Have a great week. See you next week.